Imagine being told you're about to get £500 richer, only to find out your bills are skyrocketing, your benefits are being slashed, and the people hit hardest are the ones who can least afford it. That's exactly what exploded on BBC Question Time this week, as a furious panelist tore into Labour's Rachel Reeves, accusing her of targeting the poor while claiming everyone would be better off. The clash was brutal. Let's break it down. Last week, Labour Chancellor Rachel Reeves made a bold claim. By the end of this parliament, the average UK household would be £500 a year better off compared to the previous government. But here's the problem. April's brutal price hikes just kicked in, and millions are facing soaring water bills, energy costs, and council tax. Enter Plaid Cymru's Rhun app Iorwerth, who didn't hold back.
Who does Rachel Reeves think she's kidding? Of course, people won't feel better off. I've had that water bill up 30% as well, and I'll absorb that, but there are people that aren't going to be able to absorb that. But let's remember what we heard from Rachel Reeves only last week. Not only will people not feel £500 better off, but this Labour Chancellor chose to attack some of the most poor and most vulnerable people in our communities with a series of cuts to welfare. Now, I've sat here listening carefully to one Labour Member of Parliament and one budding Labour Senedd member protecting Labour's decisions around this. Now, when Labour were in opposition in the Senedd, they would attack, quite rightly, decisions taken by the Conservatives to cut the welfare state and to take the net away from people who needed that protection. Now, what do when they're in power? The Welsh First Minister, a Labour First Minister, said she reserved judgment on whether it was the right thing or not to do to take money and support away from the people who needed it most. How about having a Labour First Minister standing up for Wales and condemning the actions of the Labour UK government? That's what we need, and that's what standing up for Wales would look like.
Fiona, hang on, wait a second. Fiona, Rhun, from a Plaid Cymru perspective, do you think the welfare bill is too large? And if you do, what do you think should be done about it?
Listen, we should always be looking for ways of making the welfare system work effectively.
But do you think the welfare bill needs to be smaller?
I agree that we want to help people into work, but there are people
that's a different point. Do you think the welfare bill should be smaller? That's what I'm asking.
But let's ask this question.
Well, no, I'm asking that question. Do you think the welfare bill should be smaller? What's your answer to that?
Yes, absolutely, it should be smaller.
So that means fewer people would get it.
But let's turn it on its head. Why take the decision to take money out of the pockets of people who need that support?
Reeves's budget slashes incapacity benefits for 3 million families and reduces personal independence payments for 800,000 claimants. Even though Rhun agreed welfare spending needed trimming, he raged that Labour chose to squeeze those already on the edge. So here's the real question. Is Labour helping or making life harder for those who can't afford another hit? One thing's clear. This debate isn't over, and the backlash is just getting started. Drop a comment below. Was Rhun right to call out Reeves, or is Labour's plan the tough love the UK needs? Smash that like button, subscribe for more fiery political debates, and hit the bell so you never miss an upload.